Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Middle Guy back, and we just need to talk about the spanking that Donald Trump just gave to President Zelensky of Ukraine in the Oval Office. This was a masterclass in putting someone in their place and letting them know who's in charge and who's running shit. So we're going to go ahead and go to the CNN here. And we're going to go here from
president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions.
Exactly. All talk, no action. That's the Democrats. Especially when they're funneling money through a country like they did with Ukraine, with all that money they funneled through there. That's exactly why they let this go on. But let's continue.
What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah?
Yeah.
Not in war.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 is
2014?
Yeah. So
I was not here.
yeah, but
That's exactly right.
yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him.
Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't Europe step in and help? They're right there. Why didn't Poland step in and help? Why didn't Obama stop it? Why did Obama allow it to happen before that? Why didn't you come to Trump when he was president last time and ask him to help?
A lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president, in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract, yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire.
Yeah, and who was the president then? Joe Biden was the president then.
He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but
Why didn't Joe Biden help you then?
he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What?
But he's talking about the diplomacy of Trump trying to end this. He's not talking about what happened under a different president. They didn't do that under Trump. They didn't invade under Trump. They waited till, again, they saw Afghanistan withdrawal and how weak Biden was, so then they went into Ukraine. And why didn't Biden do anything about it when they first broke it? Why didn't France do anything about it? Why are you talking to Trump? Where are they?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't understand why America always has to step in and fight everybody else's battles, protect everybody, provide aid to everyone, but then when shit happens here, no one provides anything. Not even our own government. Look at North Carolina. Look at Hawaii. Look at California now. This shit's ridiculous. But we got money for illegal immigrants, we have money for the homeless, and we have money to send to all these other goddamn countries and fund all sorts of stupid shit there, but we can't even take care of shit at home first. It's ridiculous.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but
Exactly. He doesn't give a shit. How many more people does Zelensky want to die before this ends?
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this.
Yeah, again, how many more people does he want to fucking die? He doesn't give a shit because he's not out there.
conflict. To Ukraine that you say what problems we have.
I have been to.
Come on.
I've actually watched and seen.
Why do you need to go to a country to know what problems they have? You're in the middle of a fucking war. I think he knows what problems are happening.
The stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
What is this? What is he? Why is he threatening the United States? That's a threat. What are we gonna feel in the future? What are we gonna feel? Who the fuck says some shit like that? This dude's a moron.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering
position to
this question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
Exactly.
You're in no
You have no power. You need to shut the fuck up and let this shit happen. Otherwise, you're not gonna have a country to be the president of.
position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're going to feel very
you will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very
You
strong.
will feel influence.
You're right now not.
Influence from what? We're leading everything. What are you talking about? Influence? What does that even mean?
Not in a very good position. You've
Yeah, 'cause
allowed
right-
yourself to be in a
You're not, so shut up.
From
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and
of
it
the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a
Mrs.
good
Brown,
position.
I was
You don't have the
there.
cards right now.
Exactly. Exactly. He holds no power. He wields nothing. He has nothing. Literally, he has nothing.
With us, you start having
Not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't
I'm
have
very
to play
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm
with
the
the lives
president
of
of the
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you think
You're
about-
gambling with
what do you
World
think
War
about-
III.
Trump's right.
And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to
respect to
you.
your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
Very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said?
This was needed. This is needed for the whole world to see that we're not taking no bullshit anymore. We're not fucking around. The adults are back, and we're done with the fucking nonsense.
Thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some.
Yeah, he had time to go campaign for the Democrats in the middle of a war. His country's in the middle of a war, and he's out on a campaign trail with the making a campaign appearance for the Democrats. Let that sink in for a minute.
Words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Exactly. Why is he missing that? He's trying to stop this war so you have a country to go back to, dude. Because if not, you'll be wiped off the map. Then what are you going to do?
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly.
Trump's getting pissed because he's right. And J.D. Vance is right as well.
Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute.
answer?
No,
Can
you've
I
done a
answer?
lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning.
Yeah, you know, but you still want to continue fighting. You're refusing this agreement because you're a jackass.
This.
I,
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thank
You were not alone. We've been funding it this whole goddamn time. What are you talking about? You've been alone. What are you even talking about?
You haven't
in
been
this
allowed.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
allowed.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
Yeah,
We
how is that alone, motherfucker? We gave you military equipment too. What is he talking about?
gave
For
you
your
military equipment,
You
and your
voted
men
for
are
the
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
If
West
you
Indies?
didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
s-
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Yeah, he's right. I don't understand how Zelensky thinks he's in control of anything at this point. He's in control of nothing.
Hey, thank you.
I said a lot of
except
times
that there,
thank you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong.
Exactly. Stop trying to play the victim. We're not buying it anymore, dude. Just full stop. Fucking stop. Enough.
We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I
He's absolutely right.
think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long.
4D chess.
You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you,
You're running low
I
on
know.
soldiers.
Don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting
Of
killed.
course, we want to stop the war.
But you're
I
saying you
said-
don't want a
But I said
ceasefire.
to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our
Yeah, you have a ceasefire, and then you go to the table to make the to finish the agreement up with all the stipulations that you want into it.
people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was with
wasn't with
a
you.
guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
I love when he goes in on Biden. Trump's pissed.
This
That
is
was
your,
with-
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards, but without us,
He's right. He has nothing on his own.
you don't have any cards.
Behold
Yeah,
the
it's
branch
just
ergonomic
ridiculous
chair,
to me,
a
honestly,
symbiotic
for him
companion
to
for the
think
working human.
that he
with
has any power in this in any way, shape, or
Caitlin,
form.
I do want to, because there were a lot of things that were just not true, aside from just the tone and tenor and the
What was not true?
monumental, historic, not in a good way, historic event that we just saw in the Oval Office. Caitlin, it really did seem to devolve when the vice president said to Zelensky, we just want diplomacy. And what Zelensky was trying to do was say, we had that. We had a deal with Russia. We had an agreement, the Minsk agreement. And Russia didn't abide by it. So I
Ukraine
want
broke
some
the Minsk agreement.
guarantees that
That's a lie. Go look up the Minsk agreement. Ukraine broke that.
that won't happen again. And then it devolved in a way that is really, really remarkable. The screaming, I mean, you have been with Donald Trump a lot. We have seen and heard about Trump getting upset and losing his temper. I think this is probably the first time we have seen it like this on
Good.
camera. We all
And he has a right to be pissed like he was. I'm pissed too. It's ridiculous.
just to say, Caitlin, that let's just be clear. I'm not saying that there wasn't genuine anger here, but he understands when the television cameras are there, as does J.D. Vance, and we can't lose sight of the performance.
So does the Zelensky. I like how they leave that part out. That's why everyone hates CNN. So does the Zelensky. That's why he's trying to plead his case like he's some great warrior or something. He's not. He's a weak man. He's a weak leader. He was not ready for what happened. And like I said, if it was a problem before, why didn't Biden step in and do anything? Why didn't Obama step in and do anything when they broke the Minsk agreement? Why didn't he come to Trump? Why didn't he go to Obama? Why didn't he come to Biden before this really broke out? I don't understand. And why didn't Biden try to garner a peace agreement or a deal or get the Minsk agreement reinstated? I don't understand. All they did was just pump money over there so they could funnel it out. $350 billion. That's insane. That is insane, honestly. That is honestly effing insane. So here, I want to go to this here. Trump kicked Zelensky out of the White House. So, which I think is amazing, honestly.
For immediate reaction to Edward Lawrence. I know that you're there. You've witnessed it all. Edward, I think for me, the reaction is clear. Every tweet from the Democrats thinks that this was horrible.
The Democrats are idiots. They're pissed because they can't funnel any more fucking money and launder it back into their pockets through Ukraine anymore. No more 10% for the fucking big guy.
X, not tweet, from Republicans, including Byron Donald, say that this is what it absolutely looks like when you put America first, when you fight and defend the taxpayers who have been funneling all of this money.
She's absolutely right. America comes first. fuck your country. If you can't take care of your own shit, it's not our fucking responsibility, dude.
What is your reaction?
Yeah, and the president said in the Oval Office that
Don't be a gardener in a war. Be a warrior in a garden.
he wanted this to play out a little bit longer than he had because he wanted America to see how things get done. This is the messy part of the negotiation part deal. I want to pick up on something that Brian had just said to Charles, talking about the Belt and Road Initiative. You know, the way it's been described to me with this deal is this is sort of the anti-Belt and Road. So that is a debt model and an aid model that has been going to Ukraine where there is no reciprocal, where we get no money back in the United States.
Yeah.
The debt model where it's just...
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. How are we supposed to sustain our country? So I want to go to this that Trump sent out on True Social after. Donald J. Trump, he put this on True Social. We had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion, and I've determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage. I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America and its chair's Oval Office. He can come back when he's ready for peace. And I agree with that 1,000%. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give me a like, give me a dislike, subscribe, and give me a follow on X at MiddleGuy7, and I'll see everybody soon. Thank you.